Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been at it. I haven't worked out in like 8 days. I've been like busy trying to get more hours in at work. And I've been working on a computer game that, I just have to come up a little bit. Just a little. About that much. Okay, Psycho Doggy. So I'm going to do a combination of the leg workout, which is like a whole ridiculous amount of lunges mixed with lat raises, along with the upper body workout, dumbbell workout. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to start with the lunges. Now, actually, I'm going to start with the squats. So these are squats with an overhead press, 15-pound weights, not a big deal. None of this is really a big deal. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. I forgot my watch. I find this thing increasingly easy to forget. It's a Pixel Watch 4. I'm on Humana. I didn't know this, but they will give you points towards gift cards like Amazon and shit for exercising. And it's retroactive to, what is it, 30 days. So, the threshold is 5,000 steps, which I do pretty much every day. I do that when I do deliveries. I do that when I have on my days off. Unless I'm totally hungover, I'm doing at least 6,000 steps, at least according to this thing. So, taking a 2.5-minute rest. After this, I'm going to do the lunges, 6 sets of them. I'm going to do 3 sets of these squats. Then I'm going to do floor presses, floor flies. I'm going to have to move the mat for the floor flies. And shit, I don't know where I'm going to move it to. I might have to, no, maybe I'll just readjust the angle or something, I don't know. There's shoulder exercises after that, and then curls I always end with curls. Because at that point, the rest of my body is, tired enough. Yeah, I really, I've been so distracted and putting off exercise. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But, tomorrow comes and it's like, well, I want to make progress on the game. I want to get it up on Steam. The prototype flopped. Nobody's interested in it. And tell you the truth, well, for $1, it's not bad. But I mean, it's really not going to take up more than like maybe a minute or two of your time. So really, you'd buy in a minute or two of gameplay. Maybe more than that, but I don't know. The full version already, I've added enough features to it that it's going to play so much differently. All right, so here we go, second step. Oh shit, let me move back a little. I got a ceiling fan here, it's out of frame, but it's there. And if I go up with a little bit of an extra push, I can smack the light of it, which is right in the middle of it. So, all right, here we go. All right. That's right. Start up here. All right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. 2.5 minute rest. All right. So after this will come 3 sets of 36 lunges. I forgot what that is. It'll be 72 times 3, which is 72 times 3 is 200, no, yeah, 216. Times 6. Oh, no. 72 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 7 is 21, so 216. Oh, boy. It feels good to be doing this again. 8 days since my last workout. I do Walmart deliveries, so I get like a lot of exercise at work, but still. I'm just going to grab a towel really quick. And well, you know what? My battery was at 70% last I saw it. I don't really think I have to plug in the backup battery, but I'm going to anyway. Just gonna wrap it around this first so it doesn't pull out. Alrighty. It's on this end, right? Okay, there it goes. Alright. So last set of squats. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, wow, 14, 15. This is definitely the last one. 16. Alrighty. So it seems like the workout itself was like a minute and a half. And the rest exceeds the workout by about 50%, so I think that's the right ratio it's supposed to be. Something like that. Just gonna move this over a little to right about. Yeah. The lunges. Like so. I keep forgetting to use my inhaler before I work out, but I never really seem to need it. I breathe heavy, but I think most people do. I don't feel like shorter breath or anything like that. Honestly, I wish that all I had to do was work on my Godot projects, you know, the games, and exercise, you know, and write music and record music, which I've been kind of neglecting still. But all I have to do is get enough decent products up on Steam and Itch, and hopefully people will recognize that these are good games. It just really bothers me when they call it low effort AI slop, because it really isn't. I mean, I use AI for the coding, and now I'm using AI to make the game pieces as well. The quality is so much better if I did it alone. And I am working alone, you know? I see teams that, despite all its members, are still churning out crap, you know? I mean, you know, you can criticize the game I'm building for all it's worth, but still, it's unique enough, and the quality is high. You know, I did not cut any corners on it. With the prototype, I kind of rushed through it. Not so much because I was so eager to get it done, but because I was eager to see what the next thing we'd work on. And it was really cool and really exciting. But the thing is, though, is that some of the what do you call it? The variables were set wrong, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time, so I ended up with a game where everything was like hard coded, which isn't the way to do it. Anyway, 36 of forward and backward lunges with lat raises mixed in for fun. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I'm going to take 3-minute rests after these. But I'm going to do all 6 sets, mixing front lat raises with side lat raises. But I'm going to alternate between the two of them. Oh, excuse me. And I'll tell you, I can cheapen this by saying, oh, I have chest pains, but I'll soldier through despite all the risks at my age. There's a little bit of a pull right in here. It's not chest pains, it's a little bit of a tug. But I could do Red Fox, you know. Oh, I'm coming, Lord, I'm coming. But see the direction the internet's gone in. But that's not always the case. A friend of mine sent me a video where a guy rescued a small paper wasp nest. And he used text to voice, which I don't really mind because a lot of people who have English as like a second language or a third language even, their pronunciations, you know, text to speech is great for them. He's down, I think, on the Texas border, so he might be Mexican or South or Central American. But he rescued a wasp nest. But the thing is, though, the music behind it is like really dramatic and shit. And if you look at other insect channels, people who are like, you know, Hymenopterus and shit, they do that all the time. They do that with full bold-faced hornet nests. So, I mean, I'm not downplaying what the guy did, but with the dramatic music, the dun 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 dun, and he's just tying a little paper wasp nest with like a queen and one worker to a twig. And it's kind of cute. And you know, I'm thinking of I'll probably subscribe to his page. It's you know, it's just he just over dramatic. He makes everything more dramatic than it needs to be, or at least this one video, which I guess, you know, that's how you get the views. You know, that's how you get the engagement. You know, and I'm really happy to see that most of the comments were like really positive, which is good because I like when people rescue wasps and stuff. Especially paper wasps, because they're pretty much my favorite of the social wasps. The Polistes genus, gorgeous animals, absolutely beautiful. Their silhouette is just amazing. Anyway, another 36 lunges with lat raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, whoa, 25, 26, 27, 28, ooh, 29, 30, 31, oof, 32. 3-minute rest. So basically, I might switch this to twice a week, and do the cardio off screen, because Humana, like I said, they'll give me points towards a gift card that I can use on like Amazon, and Amazon is where I get my supplements. I take L-theanine along with my Wellbutrin because it really makes a difference of how the Wellbutrin works for me. The Wellbutrin is very subtle. The L-theanine, see, for a substance that relaxes you, L-theanine is an amino acid, and it doesn't come in, like ashwagandha will come in and you'll feel it like taking effect. Let me just see what this is. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Okay. I come down really hard on this watch, but it does some things that I don't like stopping the stopwatch or stopping the timer without me telling it to. And now my phone is starting to do some crazy shit when I'm doing deliveries. Google Maps is changing my routes without telling me, or even, you know, I prefer it asks me. But like, to get from this to the Walmart I work from to a lot of my delivery points, I have a choice. I could take Man of War, or I can take New Circle Road. I prefer to take New Circle Road. It moves faster than Man of War. Man of War can be, you could sit behind the same light for three rotations. Um, so I'll choose my what do you call it? I'll choose my route. Um, and then when I start it, it'll revert back to a different route. And it's usually one that takes me down Man of War. And I don't want to go down Man of War. And what pisses me off even more is when I route my path along the, what do you call it, the interstate, and it says, oh, no, we're going to go a different way. No, I want to take the interstate. I want to do 70 miles an hour instead of 45. And it pisses me off to no end. But what's funny is that while my phone has been doing that, my watch has been very well behaved. It's almost like good cop, bad cop, but with Google devices. And for my tablet, all it has to do is play MP3s, and it has been screwing up the Bluetooth connection. So it's like a record skipping sometimes. Anyway, third set. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. All right, 3-minute rest. I didn't eat anything today, so I think my muscles are saying I screwed up a little. But I can get through this easy. Oh. So I'm gonna, Thursday and Friday I go in at 6 and I work till like 11:30, which isn't bad. And in those 4 or 5 hours, I can make like $75, $80, $90. I mean, Spark, the delivery company, it's a subsidiary of Walmart. They want to give me 20 an hour. My metrics are really, really high. I have a 4.8 out of 5 customer rating. One of the things, and this happens to a lot of delivery drivers, they will have to, brake hard or steer hard, because we're on the road all day. We experience a lot more traffic incidents. Anybody who's on the road all day, they will. And small items, especially like makeup items or candy and stuff like that, will shoot out of the bag and end up under your seat. And when you're cleaning out your car, you find mascara or a melting chocolate bar or something. And that's why I tie off the bags. That's why I like to do my own shopping, because there really isn't time to tie off the curbside pickup bags. You know, that's when they do the shopping for you. But that's when most of these issues occur. So when I do the shopping, I tie off the bags. I know everything that's supposed to be in the bags, and you know, when I drop off the delivery, the order, I know whether it's complete or not. And I fucked that up myself, so it's not like I'm perfect at it. I've made some really stupid mistakes. But it seems like Spark is willing to forgive them, even if the customers aren't, because for the most part, the rest of my deliveries have been 100%. Anyway, fourth set with side lat raises. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I'm trying to time the lat raises so I have a fast concentric and a slow eccentric. And the slow eccentric comes counter to the, well, no, I mean, yeah. The eccentric, you know, comes parallel with the concentric of the lunge. Lowering yourself into the lunge is the eccentric. So it seems like with lunges, it's the opposite of, like, say, a press or a curl or something like that. Where the eccentric part of the movement precedes the concentric part, unless I'm completely wrong. I'm not trained in this in any way. I've never had any kind of, like, personal trainer. I'm pretty much going by what I learn online. But the way I see it, I'm not, like, going for bodybuilding, and I'm really just looking to stay, you know, in shape and trying to stay fit. And I think for the most part, I'm succeeding. The progress I'm making, really, I'm trying to get back to where I was, let's say, like, about 18, 19, 20 months ago. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But I was in, I'm not going to say much better shape than I am now, but better shape than I am now. I weighed less, I was stronger. My endurance was about the same. I've always had, like, pretty decent endurance. So now it's just a matter of exercising enough to counteract my piggish appetite. I made soup yesterday. 2 types of vegetable soup. I call one my green soup and the other the brown soup. The green soup is made from mixed greens and other vegetables with ground turkey. And the brown soup is made from canned seasoned cabbage with vegetables and ground turkey. And both are really, really good. The brown soup tastes a little better than the green soup, but I try to eat them on alternating days. Really because they have different nutrient profiles. And yeah, truthfully, I like them both. So, all right, here we go. 5th set, yeah. Whoa. Wait a minute, did I do side? I'll be right back. I just got a little brain fog. Anyway, 5th set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 3-minute rest. Yeah, I have to go in the other room and see what direction the last lat raises were in. I thought they were to the side. I was right, but I have to make sure. After this, I think I make, I have turkey burritos that I make like every 3 weeks or so. I make like about 16 and freeze them and then microwave them as I want. That's gonna be good. I know there's no such thing as like an anabolic window, but I'm sure it doesn't hurt to have a nice serving of protein after a workout. You know, the benefits of it, you know, directly after a workout are probably very, very slight, but I'm sure they're still there. I mean, I've heard enough times that the real progress happens while you're asleep. especially with like fat loss. Ah, and probably with muscle gain too. So, as a lot of people point out, especially James Linker on Shredded Sports Time, that it's the cumulative amount of protein you have over a day that matters, and not so much when you consume it. But I'm going to start looking into some inexpensive whey protein just to make sure I'm getting as much as I should. And I think I stopped taking the supplements for a little while. The L-theanine, from what I see, from the effect it had on me, running out and not reordering it for 2 weeks, is probably the most important of them because it works with the Wellbutrin. And I don't know if that's something that the makers of Wellbutrin or anyone else really knows about. So I might contact some people and let them know what my experiences were. It's all anecdotal, but still, it might be worth looking into for them. Anyway, the last set of lunges. And I love doing them, but I'm so glad this is the last set. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, oh boy, 30, 31, 32. Oh! Ah! That last one felt like I was taking a bow. I'm gonna move the mat. Oops. Am I gonna move it? I guess. Like this. You're gonna stand on it, aren't you? Move. I guess I can move. Position the camera down a little bit. Right about there. And, well, okay. I just wanted to have it straight. Oh. And this rest is going to be maybe a little more than 3 minutes. My legs feel great. They always do. But towards the end, I was getting a little stumbly. And I didn't really feel like I was like flexing my legs hard. It felt like it was just like kind of like that involuntary contraction of muscles, like what happens when you're walking and not really paying attention to it. You're not. Walking isn't like doing a leg press, where you're concentrating the contractive force of your muscles. And that reminds me, I forgot to take beta-alanine. I wanted to do that. I used to take beta-alanine before going to Planet Fitness to use their treadmills. But I realized that its real benefits are in resistance training. Particularly weight training. So, but I keep forgetting to do it. I'm just going to rotate this so I don't smash it during the floor flies. Tell you the truth, I'd like to sometimes. But I gotta register on Fitbit when I'm doing these workouts because, like I said, Humana has me on the Active Old Farts program, and I earn points towards what do you call it? Towards like Amazon cards and shit like that. If I work out regularly. All right, where are you? There you are. All right, so 20-pound floor presses with Henry. Oh, God, being a pain in the ass. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 2.5 minute rest. I'm just going to be doing 16 of them today. It's been more than a week since my last workout, so and it's funny, it makes me think, forgive me, Coach, for I have sinned. It has been 8 days since my last workout. During that time, I was sedentary and practiced gluttony and sloth. And the trainer saying, recite the essential amino acids 20 times and then drop and give me 20 or something like that. Oops. But it feels good to sweat again. I haven't sweated like this in 8 days. Actually, the last workout, the last workout was lunges and curls. But I did 12 sets of lunges. I did lunges, curls, and then another group of lunges. Which is always quite intense. And since I think this is how I'm going to be doing it from now on, and I'll probably be doing it out here in the living room rather than in my bedroom. Also, it's fun having Henry around. And I think I'm only going to stream these workouts and the cardio that I do on the treadmill. I'm not going to bother. I can't see any real interest in that. With this, at least you see, over time, an increase in weights, maybe a change of technique, maybe the addition or omission of certain exercises, the treadmill is just 90 minutes of me babbling. Might be interesting, but most likely not. All right, second set. I'm just gonna go for 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. So after this comes the floor flies. I was gonna make pea soup today, and I was hoping to start it at like 9 or 10 in the morning, but I was up late working on the game. I was up till like 2. We started running out of usage. We started hitting our usage limits. I use Claude AI for the game, and at around like 1:45, maybe a little before, we were at our 97% usage. So I just chatted about some other features I was interested in, and we chatted about that, but we didn't do any more work until this morning. And this morning's session was really, really, really good. Added a feature to the game that allows for different styles of playing. And it's really, really kind of cool. Let me see what that is. I have a feeling it's just the weather. Oh, no, it's Reverb. Reverb likes to tell me about guitars I can't afford. It's like self-flagellation, Like here's this 1970s BC Rich Mockingbird with the big R on the headstock, But it's $7,000, and you gotta save up $5,000 for dentures, so you're definitely not getting a new guitar. Yeah, I need $5,000 for dentures. So I'm gonna be working on that. Actually, I am working on that, but it's gonna take a long, long time. Anyway, here we go. Third set. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Damn. Now we're only about halfway through. We started what? Hour ago. Was it an hour ago? Actually, let's say it on the phone. Usually when I stream, I'm using like, yeah, it's about an hour ago. I usually stream using cheap security cameras, USB cameras. When I use my phone, it's higher resolution. Oh. But that's kind of like why I like the cheap cameras, the lower resolution. Yeah, trick to looking younger, use a lower resolution camera. Ah. And diffused lighting. So after this comes a superset of shoulder exercises, 3 different exercises, all from Ethylene X. And then after that, another shoulder exercise, and then the curls. So I think we're a little more than halfway through. No. Yeah, so this is gonna end up being like a 2-hour workout, maybe 2 hours, 15 minutes, something like that. I can make it shorter by reducing the rest time, but I really don't want to do that. Oh, excuse me. Not yet, anyway. That could be the next form of progressive overload that I employ, but not yet. The 2.5 minutes between the upper body workouts and the 3 minutes between the lunges really kind of help in many, many ways. So. And the goal is to build strength, but not without any kind of injury. I mean, without any kind of injury. You know what I mean. Anyway, here we go. 4 flies, 15-pound weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I still feel it with those because up until about maybe 2, 3 weeks ago, I was doing them with 12-pound weights, and the move from 12 to 15, a 3-pound gain doesn't sound like much, but when you're on this end of the weight spectrum, 3 pounds is 25% of what you were lifting. So, yeah, it's a 25% increase. So it's like if you were doing this with 80-pound weights, it's like going up to 100. So, but then again, if you're doing this with 80-pound weights, you probably could go up to 100. So I guess it's all proportional. I should spend more time reading up on this stuff, but I don't. I used to, but now I don't. It's just do the workouts. As long as you're not hurting yourself, you're probably doing yourself more good than harm. Same thing with cardio. Do the cardio that works for you. If you got bad knees or other issues, get a bike, get an exercise bike, or an elliptical or something. If you're pressed for space or you don't have the money for a machine, even just walking around might do it, and there's like I see people who I look at them as like you're not doing cardio. I can't think of anything you could do, which is why I like to see if there are machines. Like I was imagining like maybe a cardio machine where you're on your back, and there's an exercise called bicycles where you're up like this and you're doing this. So I imagine like somebody, like maybe like an inverted bicycle machine, something to where they're not putting so much weight on their legs, but they're getting the what do you call it, the calorie burn. And this is for people who would like be like over 400 pounds or so, over 300 or whatever, more than their legs can probably bear, doing like any kind of like anything beyond low intensity. But anyway, the second set. I'm sure there are machines as such, but anyway, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ow, wow, douche. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14, 15, 16. That's it for that. Okay. Yeah. If it stays in my mind, I'll do a quick search for cardio machines for people who are really, really, really overweight. Reverb keeps sending me the same message. The guitar you can't afford is still on sale. I think Fender bought Reverb. I know Fender bought Presonus. Fender's pissing everyone off right now. I only saw like the headlines, but by the looks of it, Fender is filing copyright claims on anybody who makes any kind of guitar that looks like a Stratocaster, which is basically, I would say, 60% of the guitar market. That isn't Fender alone. Everybody makes a Strat. Shit, even Gibson has the Victory, which is basically a Strat-shaped guitar. And I don't know how far they're gonna go. I mean, with Gibson, the single cut Les Paul body, I think it really depended on the headstock more than anything. And I wonder if it's the same thing with the Stratocaster, because I have a Schecter Super Strat, and the headstock is totally different from what do you call it? From the Fender Stratocaster. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And Schecter loves, you know, they have something called, I think, the Stargazer, which is basically, you know, the Rickenbacker bass shape. And I'll be totally honest with you, I want the 12-string version of it. I want an electric 12-string, and that's the one I want. I'll probably end up with a Fender Paranormal, or a Squier Paranormal, actually. But I don't know, I have a thing for Schecters now. They're really, really, really good guitars. Anyway, last set of Floorflies, which are giving me a lot more of a workout than I thought they would. It's been a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ow! Fuck. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'll raise the camera back up. Actually, raise the camera up first. There about where? Whoops. Oh, where about? Right about here. I think that looks about right. I'm standing right there. Is my head cut off? Yes, it is. Not entirely, but enough. Look, Henry, you're getting out of frame. Oh no. Where's your nose? So I'm going to give myself 2.5 minutes. Starting now. So it's like a 3-minute rest. I strained. Whoops. 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 Fuck. I feel a good strain like right in here. I don't want to mess with that too much. Okay, I got the 7-pound weights. Oh, so the next exercise I'm doing is a superset of 3 shoulder exercises I got from Athlean X. These. And I like all 3 of them, but I couldn't dedicate 3 sets of each one to a workout, so I combine them. And just do them all, back to back. So I do like 8 sets of each one. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't wait to get in the shower. I just gotta make sure that I'm like well rested for work tonight, because I definitely want to make it in tonight. Fridays are usually really good. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get in by 2. Wednesday I made it in by 2. I did $166 that day, which some people may not see it as a lot of money before I am. It's, but I did it in less than 8 hours. It amounted to a little more than $20 an hour when I calculated it out. It was like close to 21. We're supposed to have more than a week of continuous rain. And when it's raining out, the tips tend to be better. So Wednesday I made close to $50 in tips. And the funny thing is, that $20 an hour includes tips. That's what the tips added in. So I imagine, if there were no tips, Spark would be paying me from them. It would have amounted to, say, $12, $13 an hour. It's like, fuck you. That's why I don't take offers that don't have tips, because you're only making like $12, $13 an hour then. And frankly, the amount of effort I put into deliveries, I'm not doing it for less than 16. Anyway, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, alrighty. So that's the superset. Gonna do 2 more of those. Oof. Yeah, it's after you don't do it for like more than well, it's around a week and a half for the upper body stuff. But after you skip enough time, you know, getting back into it, oh, it can be taxing. But all in all, I feel all right. My shoulders feel a bit strained. If I knock off early, it'll be because of that. I don't think I'm going to, though. There's 2 more of these supersets left. Another shoulder exercise, and then 3 sets of 2 different types of curls. And if this is friggin' reverb again, I'm gonna back on reverb. What the? It's like I'm gonna turn off notifications for reverb now because they're just like spamming me with bullshit. It's like the same museum quality Les Pauls I can't afford. I'm just not interested in. I bought 3 things off of Reverb. My Trigan Siren was the first thing I bought off of them, and I love it. That is a great guitar. The second is my Yamaha bass, which again, you know, and I got that used. And the third thing I got is my my lap steel. I have a double neck lap steel, which is all right. It's a, I forgot the name of the company, but they build guitar kits. You know, instead of building them yourself, you buy it off of them, and they charge, I think, like about like a $50 to $80 premium for building it and painting it. And mine had a big chip out of the back, the paint, but I don't care. I don't care. When it came, I was gonna write the company and take a picture, but I said, fuck it. It's here. Let me restring it and tune it and have some fun with it, and I did. Ooh, excuse me. And I think I'm gonna string it up differently and tune it differently. So I'm gonna have on one neck, it'll be major triad, minor triad, and on the second net it'll be augmented and diminished triads. And then I'll just, because really, I don't know what the hell I really haven't been playing it much. It's like the mandolin on my wall. you know, or my keyboard. Anyway, here we go. 1. Oh, you feel it with these. 2. 3. 4. Oh, 5. Yeah. 6. Yeah. 7. 8. Ah. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Hey. One more set and then 3 more exercises. It's raining right now. It's been raining all morning. I wonder if it's going to rain all day, all night. Rainy nights are really good. And Friday is payday. For most people anyway. So they don't want to go out in the rain. And they want their groceries, so that's where I come in. And what's cool, like I said, I tie off the bags. So on a rainy day like this, the stuff inside doesn't get wet. So I think tonight, I might kind of take it easy on myself and turn down curbside delivery and just do shopping jobs. And that way you see, because a lot of times customers will blame the driver for the loader's inability to, load a car properly. And the kids who work those jobs are grossly underpaid and rushed. You can see, like, just the sheer number of curbside orders that these, and they're mostly kids, 18, 19, 20-year-olds packing these orders and shit. And they're being rushed. I mean, they work like friggin' athletes almost. So I don't come down on them. You know, they're being rushed, and so I don't expect them to tie off bags or to load the car, heavy stuff on the bottom, light stuff up top, positioning it so in case you have to do a high G turn, shit doesn't go flying. But a lot of times people will give a driver a bad rating, a bad review, when it's not the driver's fault. So that's why I prefer to shop my own orders. If you're going to judge me on how the orders are packed, then let me at least pack the orders. So there's my logic when it comes to all that. All in all, it could be such a good job if the pay didn't suck so bad. Like I said, if it wasn't for the tips, I would probably only make like $12, $13 an hour, which is far below the cost of living, even in the most basic sense, you know. Anyway, here we go, last set. 1, ay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. About 2.5 minutes, and then another athlete neck shoulder exercise. This one, the way Jeff Cavalier does it, he'll do one arm at a time, and it's basically the motion goes like this. He said that it's like, imagine unsheathing a big sword, like a great big sword. You got to go out to here for it. But instead, you're taking the weight and you're going like this. And that rotation, yeah, I guess it's not as severe as I thought. I guess if you were doing it like this, I don't know. But I rotate my arm as it comes up. But instead of, doing it like that, I do both arms at once. So I'll start like this and go boom, boom, boom. So I can't do the slow eccentric with the fast concentric, but I do it fast. And I hope to make up for it by doing it fast. Because I'm trying really to build up like explosive power, like fast, being able to hit with like more impact. And it's not so much for like fighting and shit like that. It's more like breaking things free, or moving heavy stuff, like getting it to like that first push, that first move. Like imagine something that's frozen to the ground. That's really the kind of force that I'm interested in developing. When it comes to like slow, steady force, I'm pretty good. I just want to be able to, have more explosive force. And I'm hoping that the way I exercise actually increases that. It might not. I'm 58 years old, so I'm not really expecting to be around, really more than like another 15, 20 years at the most. But you never know. Medical science is always increasing. And you never know. I mean, the powers that be might want to keep me around. You know, so my car won't mysteriously explode or anything like that. You know, nobody will shoot me in the neck. I mean, I try not to piss off the wrong people. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to go up to 32, so it's going to be like 16 per arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2. Ooh, 2 more of those. Wow. Now, the last time I did those, I went up to, I think, 48 in one of the sets. Definitely not doing that today. I feel a lot of strain right here. So I might slow these down a little bit. These are only 7-pound weights, but because of the way my arm is cantilevered out over my body, I really don't want to go higher than that just now. A lot of previous workouts I've talked about getting 8-pound weights and 10-pound weights because I have like 6, 7, 9, and 12-pound weights. And I wanted to put those intermediate weights in. And I've explored the idea of attaching fishing sinkers, you know, for additional weight and to make them adjustable. So I mean, instead of getting 10 and 11-pound weights, I don't even know if they make 11-pound weights, but I could just attach like, you know, half-pound sinkers in pairs on 9-pound weights. 2 of them you get 10 pounds, 4 of them you get 11 pounds, you know. There's probably an easy way to clip them on. You know, that way you're not like, you know, like twisting wire around or some shit like that. Just getting it done, you know, real quick, like a little clip. Carabiner clip, something like that. But then I kept imagining these weights dangling around and stuff, and I guess a pound or two, you know, doing this little pendulum thing, hanging off the weight. I don't think it's going to really be an issue. It's just I got so many things on my plate right now that I really shit. One of the things I forgot about, I did a very unsuccessful fundraiser last month on my treadmill, and I was successful in that I did 30 miles on my treadmill, but I didn't raise shit for this charity. And I said that I was going to do one on the 23rd of May. That's tomorrow. That's not going to happen. But I am planning one for the 3rd week of June. And I got to set that up. I might do that today. I'm probably going to do that Sunday. Sunday I'm going to be off. And I'm going to try to make the most out of the time that I have off. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, second set. I'm going to do these a little slower. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh, okay. So last set in 2.5 minutes. I wonder if the Fitbit app on this realizes that I'm working out. I don't think it does. I don't think it can detect the motion. I think all it really can detect is how much distance you cover, and then it tries to sort out how many steps it is. And I've said this 1,000 times, it probably needs to be calibrated to my height and my stride length, but you know, I just never got around to doing it. So it's probably as much my own fault as it is Fitbit's. But like I said, Humana wants to pay people, you know, their seniors, so to speak, for being active, and shit, I'm active. I'm very active. My issues, I don't really have any issues from the neck down. My issues are all from the neck up. I got 99 problems, but the doggy ain't one. Right, boy? Are you a problem? So let me just take a quick look at how far we are. Hour and 40 minutes. Huh. Yeah, so this ain't going to be too much longer than the upper body dumbbell workout by itself. It's just you added in 32 squats, so 3-minute rests. So 6 3-minute rests. So that's an extra 18 minutes. And each exercise probably lasted about 2 minutes. So yeah, it should add like an extra half hour. Doesn't feel like it though. Maybe I just suck at math, which probably is the case. So here we go. Last set. Ooh. I'm gonna do these nice and slow. I got some real, like, it doesn't really hurt, but it's like telling me not to screw around, so I'm not going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh. Yeah, so I'm going to try not to miss so many workouts. Last week and this week were just kind of on the crazy side, though. Wednesday this week, I was supposed to weed whack a 10-acre property. It's like a little family horse farm, but it's just like their own horses. They don't like, they're not boarders or anything like that. They don't board stables. And they'll pay me to weed whack their property. And it's getting a little like they're great people. I like them a lot. I consider them friends. But I make more with Walmart. So you either have to, just bite the bullet and keep doing it, because they've helped me out when I wasn't working for Walmart. So I kind of feel like I owe them, or I could either stop doing it or ask for more money, which I really don't feel like doing. So I think I'm just gonna, do what I think is the right thing and just keep working for them. It's just one day. I have to bang it out in one day, though. I don't want to spend more than a day there. And what's kind of cool but kind of sucks is that the wife is a sweetheart, but she'll often hijack me away from the weed whack and help her with her horses, which is great. It's sweet. I love doing it, but her husband's the one who's paying me, and he wants me to be weed whacking. So, but it's nice. But the thing is, though, I can't afford to lose more than a day at Walmart for him. Because honestly, I make 25% more at Walmart. On not a typical day, but, like I said early on, Spark seems to want me to make $20 an hour, if not more. The thing is, though, they're not going to raise my pay rate. They're just going to try to give me better work, higher tipping jobs and shit. But they keep trying to send me down to this town called Nicholasville, which is around, I think it's like 10-15 miles south of us. But the thing is, though, there's like it's not on the interstate or anything, so you have to drive these secondary roads, and they suck. 2 lanes of like slow as shit hay deliveries and stuff like that. Anyway, 3 sets of reverse curls. I might cut these short depending on how my upper body feels. But anyway, here they go. Just gonna go for 16. I'll be happy with 12. Right now, like I said, I'm getting some pain right here, just some muscle pain, but we'll see how it feels after these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right. 2.5 minute rest, and we'll see how the next 2 sets go. I might just go to 12. I don't know about my form with these. I try to do it just like this, but yeah, my arms are going to rotate regardless, so I shouldn't really worry about that. The thing is, though, I know one of these days I'm going to smack myself in the face with it, so. But I love that the Motion seems to have like that built-in safety with It's kind of funny if you know, like we evolved, but the what do you call it? The oh, what is it called? The radius and the ulna. Uh, it's like with that motion, there's like a built-in safety. You don't have to worry about smacking yourself. Although if I go like this, I wonder if that's how the motion's supposed to go. It's really kind of hard to keep my, yeah, my arms want to turn. So I'll just let them turn. So if I get into the shower by 3, I'll have no problem getting into work by 6. Fridays I like to go in at like 4:30 or 5, but it's not a big deal. Thursdays I don't go in until 6 because for some weird reason, evening rush hour traffic around here on Thursdays is the friggin' worst. And it seems a lot of people take off early on Friday. Like it's funny, a lot of like service jobs or contracting jobs and stuff like that. Friday you get off early. So that's great. You know, that means I get like an extra hour or 2 added to my delivery times. You know, my delivery shift. But I'll tell you, Wednesday, around 5 or so, traffic was pretty mild. So, I don't know. Every day is different and gives you different results. So, I'm going to go for 16 again. I'll be happy with 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh. Oh. And so one more set after this. And then 3 sets of standard curls. And then I'm done. So I'm going to grab something to eat, watch a few videos on YouTube, you know, lounge out while I eat, take a shower, and then I hope that I get out of the shower by like 4. And I'll have from like 4 to 5:15 to work on the game some more, make some more progress. And then be ready to leave at like 5:30, get to work at 6. It doesn't take a half hour. It takes like between 12 and 20 minutes to get to work, depending on traffic. But I like to get there, like I'll start the app to start taking offers like 5 minutes to. So like 5 to 6 or 5 to 2 or whatever time I get in. But if I have like 10 minutes to spare, I'll just like walk around the store and see what's what. There's a few things there that I'm interested in. They have a full-length mirror that I want. And when I first saw it, it was like $80, and now it's like $70. I was like, So I want to make a deal with one of the farms I help out on. I'll give them 2 hours worth of labor for a ride to Walmart to bring this thing home, because I could probably fit it in my Corolla, but it's going to be very risky. You know, I'd rather have it in the bed of a truck with some soft stuff around it. And they got this great big Suburban they can give me a ride in. So I'll give them like 2 hours worth of labor for that. It seems worth it. Ow! Ooh! Ooh! Right in here. But it's not really all that bad. With the curls, I feel it in my right shoulder blade. The inside part of the shoulder blade, not the outside. Oh, come on, you piece of shit. Alright. But I have to say that the stopwatch has been good. It's been behaving, which is, like I said before, funny as hell, because the Google Maps on my Google phone is now misbehaving, so whatever the hell that's supposed to be. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oof, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, that's it for those. 3 sets of standard curls, and then I'm done. Like I said, it's not that I don't like to work out, I just want to get it done. I'm not cutting any corners though. I am doing the eccentrics a little faster than usual. That's not just to save time. That's because it's been 8 days since I worked out last. And those slow eccentrics really tax your muscles. And, you know, my whole thing is not risking any kind of injury. So that's what that is. Oh. I think he's asleep. No, he's not asleep. I thought he was asleep. Well, he's resting his head. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Little doggy boy. So I can come a little forward now because I'm not doing any overhead presses. I got the ceiling fan overhead. And if I'm directly under the light, I don't have to worry about hitting the blades, but if I'm directly under the light, you know, and this is a glass dome, so if I hit it with a weight, it's going to shower broken glass on the top of my head. And if I'm doing an overhead press, shower glass onto my upturned face, which won't be fun. But I'm really glad to be doing this because I need it. So I'm going to be doing, I think I'm just going to do this workout twice a week. It'll either be on Monday and Wednesday, and Thursday or Friday. Monday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Friday, something like that. It'll be alternating week to week, you know. Um, and then I'm gonna put a bunch of mileage on my treadmill again because Humana will pay me to do so. Not much, but ah, it's just like, why not get paid for something you were gonna do anyway? So here we go. Ah, standard curls, 15-pound weights. I'm probably just gonna do 12 for 3 sets, or 3 sets for 12 each. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. 9. Wow. 10. 11. 12. 13. Oh! 14. 15. 16. Oh! Yeah, I think I'm just going to do 12 for the remaining 2 sets. I don't think I'm going to, like, rip anything, but even a muscle strain will kind of screw me up. You know, pulling it the right way. My right arm, which it's funny because my right side of my body is stronger than the left, more coordinated too. I'm very right dominant, but my right arm right now is starting to feel a little weakened. So, and it's alright if I drink out of the bottle. I'm the only one who drinks it, so. My sister doesn't drink it and I don't have any guests. I'm hoping with the success of my LLC to improve my social opportunities. And it's not like if the LLC is successful, you know, I'll be able to rub elbows with the wealthy people in the area. No, that's not it. It's just like going to a bar, going to a club, going to an event, all costs money that I don't have. I mean, I do have, but I would have to sacrifice other things I don't feel like sacrificing. You know, so the only way out of that is to make more money. And you can only go so far with Walmart delivery. And the thing with the LLC, you know, the games that I'm designing, is that it really could take off. You know, the game designs are good. The one I'm working on now is a racing game that has so many unique features that, and you just don't see it in other racing games. It's a top-down racing game, and I think a lot of people look at it as being extremely limited. Oh, there's only so much you can do, and blah, blah, blah. And I'll tell you right now, from the heart, the absolute best Grand Theft Auto game in the whole franchise was Grand Theft Auto 2. Not 3, San Andreas, everything from then on in. fine, it's a first person shooter now, but Grand Theft Auto 2 was the absolute best, and I can't find it anywhere. You see it on disc used on eBay and shit like that, but I miss that game so much. That was, oh God, it was so much fun. Anyway, here we go. Second set? Yeah, second set. I'm just gonna go for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. 6, 7. Ay, ay, ay. 8. Oh. 9. 10. Oh. 11. 12. Ah, fuck it. Ay, ay, ay. 13. 14. 15. Oh. 16. You can probably see how my elbow leaves my body, that my right arm is saying, please stop. I try, and this advice came from a video Dana Lynn Bailey made, and everyone made fun of because she makes this very angry face while she's giving instructions on how to do a proper curl. And her instructions are great. She's like, glue your elbow to your side, and this is the motion. I guess like I don't know if she leaves if she leaves out the rotation, but this is basically what I try to do. But as my arm weakens, the elbow wants to leave the what do you call it? Because it actually requires less force to do this than it does to do this. I can feel it. So my right arm, I'm trying to keep it like this, but it's going like that. And that tells me, if I'm doing my curls that way, I might as well not even do them. Wow, the stopwatch has not screwed up on me once today. Should mark this on the calendar. What is it, the 22nd? May 22nd is Pixel Watch 4 Day. When the stopwatch went an entire workout without shutting off on its own. Bless you. Bless you, little stopwatch. I use the time. I was using the timer on the treadmill workouts, and that was like a whole different pile of bullshit. So that was the second set. So I'm going to do the third set. I'm just going to stop at 12 because obviously anything past 12 is just like what they say, junk volume. But if I'm not right in form, then I'm not getting the most out of the motion, and then I might as well just stop. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and okay. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you see it's starting to happen. 10. 11. Yep, this is the last one. 12. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Oh. Oh. Yeah, shower's gonna feel really good. Meal's gonna feel even better. Anyway, I'm gonna get going, and that's that. Many blessings and many thanks. I'll be back. Oh God, I have no idea. But I will be back, and I'll see you then. Hope to see you then. Until then, take care and best wishes to you and all you love. Good health, good fortune, and lasting happiness.